we have been treated to a lot of theories by the police that is investigating this matter. That is the truth of the matter. Until this morning, when we met the regional director of CID in Kisumu this morning, I was in the company of my colleague, the Minister for Energy. We summoned him to come and give us a brief on what is going on the ground here. And the information that we have is half-baked. Half-baked, and I have come to the conclusion that maybe there's a bigger force that is trying to stifle investigations so that we do not get, the family of Willis and his friends do not get justice. Because the information that we were given this morning is, first of all, that Willis was actually attacked at the residence of Mr. Gina, where they had gone for the funeral. That is the information we have. And that the people who attacked Willis and who managed to enter his car at the entrance, at the gate, were actually part of the youth and vigilante that had been procured to offer civilian security at that funeral. And that one of the gangs was actually in that home, courtesy of the family that had called him to be part of the security. And that this particular gang is one who summoned many other gangs and told them that, look, we are here in this home, and this home is very fertile because there's so many big cars that are here. We think that if you guys come here as thugs, many times you can get clans here and rob. That theory looks material. But again, the question that I'm asking myself, if a group of thugs were invited to this home to harvest, how come they only harvested from Willis and they left the other people to go scot-free? I didn't hear them harvesting from other revelers who are the other mourners who had come there. So the message that I want to send to the police is that you have a responsibility to establish the motive behind the disappearance and the barbaric killing of Willis Ayieko. That is your responsibility. That's why the taxpayers are paying you, and that is why you are being trained, and we will not accept anything less than a solid explanation, supported by proper investigations about what happened to Willis. The kind of theories that you are treating us to, that, he was taken to a home, a deserted home, where he was tortured and killed. There are many homes. How come there was a particular home that was procured where Willis was allegedly tortured and died there? Why didn't they go to the other home? Why was that particular home the home that was identified and used for purposes of torturing and killing Willis? So I wanted to send this message very clear, that the police, you are letting us down, you are giving us a shoddy explanation, and we are tired of listening to theories that appear to have been manufactured to bend the course of justice following the death of our brother. That is what I wanted to say, and let it go. That we are not happy, and we are not happy.
Where do these people get the confidence to kidnap and kill? This year, around June, May, when the journalists were rioting, we saw police abducting people in broad daylight. It appears up to now, there's more than 100 people that have not been found where they are, abducted by the police. This is a national menace that we've encouraged for too long by government. Watu wanawawa, wanapotea, someone comes to TV to defend those deaths. It can't go on like this. Today, we have more than 100 families asking the government, where are our loved ones? So yes, Bishop all of us will die. But we must not die that way. We should die our deaths, not their deaths. We should be allowed to die the way God had planned for us to die. And so, even as we are part of the purpose government, we must register our displeasure at the way the police are handling these unexplained murders. We must express our displeasure at some of the abductions almost made money by the police. They are the ones giving Kenyans confidence that you can abduct and get away with it. So we don't accept theories, as we say. We don't want theories about Ayeko's death. We want the person who killed Ayieko, not those ones who are sent. So the police should not tell us that there's a theory they are working on. We don't want a theory. We want those who killed Ayieko to be told to us immediately, because the police know them. May the Lord bless his soul. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
You know, only 2 days ago, the Inspector General of Police came to Parliament and confirmed that just in the recent past alone, 43 people have been killed in unexplained circumstances. But 143 are still missing as we speak. If it was not by sheer happenstance that that young man had found Willis's body, we'd be in an immature situation. We would not be burying him. We would not be at peace. And there are 143 families who are still not at peace. So while this is good, it could have been worse. It is the responsibility of government to give security to every person in Kenya. Security of the person is priority. And the security forces must understand that the absence of security is either committed by the security forces or tolerated by the security forces. If they are not the police who are causing the killings, then we must commit to get those who are causing the killings. There are few rogue police officers who are causing the killings, and that is true. But there are also other police officers who know and are keeping quiet. They say all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men and women to keep quiet. We want to urge that the security forces must pull up their socks. The patterns in terms of killings are not ordinary. During those days, we were still actively going to the streets. We know that the ODM people were being killed and some were disappearing. Once that went down, then it became unexplained killings, especially of the Gen Zs and the people across the board. We cannot accept this. And I'm saying this well knowing that as a member of parliament, I am equally in government. But we must ask ourselves questions. Let the death of Willis be the reawakening for all of us in leadership. Let us prioritize security of every Kenyan, even more than we prioritize appointing people to offices and removing them from offices. Only then can as Kenyans we claim to be safe. And I want to urge that it appears there's some movement in terms of identifying those who committed this heinous act. I believe so far it's been said that 6 have been identified. I think 4 have been arrested, 2 may have been killed. Something like this, we don't just want to know those who killed Willis. We want to know those who are the masterminds to the killing. And you will not get to know the masterminds if you keep killing those who are suspected. We want them to speak. We want to get to the bottom of this. Willis Ayieko, go in peace. Thank you.
The doctors, pathologists, including the family pathologist, gave a statement, a report on the cause of death of Willis, how he died. What we have not been told is who killed Willis. And I am pleading with the police. Let us not go around the stories to talk about thugs and criminality. We want the killer or killers, not just the people who carried out the execution. We want to know who was responsible for this heinous act. Me, I have attended many postmortems. If you ask Dr. Duor, the government pathologist, I don't think there's any lawyer in the land who has attended postmortems as many as I've done. And I normally have the courage to sit there. It is not easy. And I salute the doctors. It's not easy to sit and go through that process of a postmortem. I've seen many people who have been killed and murdered, including the late Dr. Uko, I was there. Julie Ward, I was there. Mtula Kilonzo, I was there. But at the end of the day, it is the investigators who are going to resolve this problem. And they have the ability. And Tandy and I want to appreciate the Inspector General. We spoke with him, we met him. He came in from up country and we met him somewhere in Kasarani. We met the DCI and the team that was brought here. Quite a good team. The homicide section, some of them have known before. So what worries me is when the police are beginning to talk about theories. You should not have a theory. When you are investigating a case, you should investigate it fully without closing your eyes. And I'm saying this because when Dr. Uko died, there was a very notorious pathologist at that time who said that Uko killed himself, shot himself, and then went on his knees and set his body on fire. And that is how Uko died. If you read the report, it is there. It's there. We fought against it in the court. The other one was Julie Ward, that little girl who was killed in the Mara. And the police came out with a theory that she was killed by animals, probably a lion. But proper investigation, when they came out, it found that that little girl had been killed by people who were later on arrested and charged. So I am hoping, and I appreciate what the police have done so far, but I want to agree with the Tandy, let us not have a theory. Let us come out with the truth using the scientific data that you have and the facts that you have established, so that we can know the killer of Willis. It will be justice, but it will not be sufficient justice because we have lost a whole life. Let it not be said that these people were out just to waylay people because they were waiting at a home in Nyamlinia where people were, had a vigil for Ben Agina's brother. That would mean that even us, as we sit here, nobody would be safe. There would be somebody out there. But the police, they are under duty because even Wells Fargo, they are not allowed to carry handcuffs. But Willis was handcuffed and tied. The police must tell us where last a pair of handcuffs were lost in their stations. Those answers must come out if you want a true revelation of what happened.
We must reiterate that criminals and such evil-minded persons have got no place in a civilized society. And the broad-based government that I serve in is going to do whatever it takes to deal with such negative forces in the fullness of time. As a matter of time, the government has already declared war against criminals and their associates.
An honor